so funny.
The following is a fan-off production.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know you guys have been waiting for this for quite some time now. We're excited to talk about it. You're excited to hear about it. Folks, the Silver Screen Specialists tonight are finally talking RoboCop.
Movie watchers, watch the movies!
Are here with your favorite Silver Screen Specialist tonight. My name is the Shaman of Cinema, Theron Reynolds. Joining me tonight, we have Mr. Phil Buck.
Good evening. How you guys doing? Glad to be here.
We have Paul Ingram.
Good, much more sensible morning.
And, of course, joining us from the Emerald City, Ashley and Travis Clark.
Hello.
Buongiorno.
Oh, God.
And folks, you are listening to Now Playing Now, your weekly showcase of all things movie, television, and I guess the general musings of things in the entertainment industry. Guys, I got an important question for you this week. Now, last week I asked you what the last movie was that you saw, and for those of y'all who aren't friends with us here on Facebook now, we have this game we've been playing for months now where every week we pick a new topic and we change up our Facebook profile pictures and our banner pictures. This week our topic of choice was worst films we have ever seen now, or some of the worst films we have ever seen. So I'm going to ask you guys about your choices there. Paul, lay it on me. What were the two movies that you had as your Facebook profile picture and banner this week? Worst movies.
Oh, I did not know this was coming.
You just had to.
I may have picked wiser if I knew this was coming. Well, the first one was Dracula 2000, which is really bad but really hilarious, so it kind of gets a pass. And the second one was Man of Steel.
Oh.
Oh, man. And you know what? Is it sad that I think Man of Steel is the worst movie out of those two?
To be fair, so do I, so we're in the same boat.
I'm saying nothing.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
Don't make me bring up movies that you like again, because I'll do it.
Hey, the moment Russell Crowe was not on screen, the movie was shit, all right? We all know that.
I disagree with that, but I don't disagree that Russell Crowe was the strongest part of that movie.
And Russell Crowe is the only thing worth watching.
Also, it speaks to the strength of Dracula 2000, because that movie sucked, but it was such a fun movie to watch, though.
The premise was ingenious, though.
That movie, the main character was on his ass so much. It's like every few seconds he was getting knocked over.
Are we talking about Johnny Lee Miller?
I don't have a clue. It's too long.
Well, I don't know if are we talking about Dracula, like Van Helsing?
We're not talking about Dracula. We're talking about like Baby Van Helsing.
Oh, Simon. Okay, so yeah, Johnny Lee Miller, Sherlock.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, he did get his ass knocked over a lot, but Ashley is right though. I thought that was an ingenious take. Judas being Dracula. That's very cool. Very cool.
Well, way to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
You just told everybody it's one of the worst movies you've ever seen. Nobody's gonna watch it.
Surprise!
Spoiler alert. He's Santa Claus as well.
Ashley, what did you have this week?
Crud, I think I forgot. Oh, Transmorphers was one of them. We actually started watching that as a joke because we were like, wow, maybe this will be so bad that, it's funny bad. No, it was just really bad. We couldn't get through 20 minutes of it. It was probably the worst written, the worst acted thing I've ever come across. We had to turn it off. It was terrible. Just terrible. And the second one was something called Dark Country. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie, the Tom Jane directed movie.
Oh.
No.
It was his debut at directing. Well, he really sucks at directing. I'm just going to say that. Like the general concept of the story was definitely interesting enough. It's kind of like, consider it like a time loop, sort of, you know? But like, essentially, it's really slow. When it's supposed to be suspenseful, it's not. It was just incredibly dull, incredibly just painfully boring. And ultimately, the twist felt predictable, and you just, I don't know. It didn't come together for me. It was really like just trudging through this
directing. But then again,
boring
besides a few roles,
story.
he probably shouldn't act that.
For me, that was a genuinely horrible movie, and I suggest to no one that don't ever watch it ever.
You know what? I still believe Transmorphers probably has a good shot of being better than Transformers, though. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Travis.
Well, didn't Transmorphers have Debbie Gibson? At least has that.
Yeah.
I think so. Travis, what you got? What did you have this week?
I'm going to go banner first and then profile pick second because, anyway, my banner was Superman 3 with basically 2 hours of Superman saves Richard Pryor from not Lex Luthor, but guy who has the exact same motives as Lex Luthor. And
Jesse Eisenberg?
No. Actually, I don't know who the guy was, to be honest with you. And my profile picture was one of the little baby graboids from Tremors 2. I don't even know if that was a directed-DVD or if that hit 2 theaters. I'm not sure, but...
Oh, no. Yeah. It was a direct-to-DVD, or direct-to-video.
Okay, yeah. Tremors 2, Fred Ward brought it. I mean, he still was on point, at least, for Fred Ward, but was not a fan of that movie. No Kevin Bacon, not so good. Not for Tremors.
Man, I remember, too, because I had just seen Tremors, like, in, of all things, Spanish class. Because when I was in California, like, they had a Spanish dubbed version of that movie we had to watch. And loved it. And then I remember a few years later, like, oh, my God, Tremors 2's on Sci-Fi. Hell yeah, I'm ready for Kevin Bacon. Because, at this point, we all know Kevin Bacon is just awesome. It doesn't matter what he's in. Movie can suck. Kevin Bacon is still awesome. And I was like, that guy does not look like Kevin Bacon. This film has a serious lack of Kevin Bacon in it. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, they brought in some guy named, what was his name, Grady or something like that? And he was just a douche.
Oh my God. And I don't know why they thought that. I mean, granted, I'm sure Kevin Bacon said no. So it's like, okay, well, Fred Ward's not exactly lighting the world on fire anymore. Remo Williams.
Right.
So I guess we'll take what we can get. But it's like, God damn it, just stop. Don't make the movie. Movie.
I will tell you this. If you can stomach a terrible movie for a little bit more of that Bert character from Michael Gross, it might be worth your time. Maybe.
That's fair. Phil, what about you? Two bad movies. Two horrible movies.
I might piss you guys off with this one, but I'm just going to try to stay on theme a little bit here. I'm going to go with, because I watched this recently and I was just kind of dumbfounded by how much I disliked it. But the original 1975 Superman, just simply based off of how long I watched Lois Lane be like buried in dirt in a crack in the ground for like probably about 30 minutes. She's just like sinking into the ground in her car, like, and then she finally does die is the worst part. Like there's really, there's no release there on that tension that they build up. But I'm in jest. I mean, that movie's all right, but I did think that scene's pretty awful. But the other movie I can get really seriously bad about was Taken 2. I think that movie is just... I did see that last year when I went home for Christmas, and my dad had it, and I was just like... The dumbness of the trailer just carried right over into the movie. Because, when the trailer came out, it's like... I see Taken, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, what is this movie called? Taken Again. And
no,
then
it's Taken 2. Took.
Yeah, of course. And so then you watch the movie, and it's clearly just, to me, as dumb as all the rest of the trailer, giving you that impression that why would you be taken a second time? But no, it's the twist is that they're taken, not her. And so, and then I love how Liam Neeson is telling his daughter, like, okay, throw this grenade out the window and I'll locate you. And yeah, there's just some really terrible shit in that movie.
You know what the worst part of this is?
What's
That Blu-ray is on our shelf still in the shrink wrap, and now it will probably remain so.